Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Course of World History. I am your host, Mr. Samuelson, and today we are looking at the Mayans and our exploration of American civilizations. Our essential question for today is, what were the great achievements of the Mayan civilization? So we're going to dig into those achievements. But first, the Maya. Who were they? Well, Mexico and northern Central America provided the climate and resources to form several advanced civilizations. And we do see a history here of advanced civilizations arising. It's got the climate and the resource for them. Now, two of the most advanced of this region are also the two most well-known, the Mayan and the Aztec civilizations. They did not exist kind of at the same time. The Mayans are a forerunner of the Aztecs, as the Olmecs were before the Maya. So, Mayan cities. The Maya formed their civilization about 3,000 years ago. Now, this is where we have that first historical evidence that some sort of civilization is putting itself together there. But it was really loose. They don't do their more advanced work until later on. But by 250 CE, they had constructed about 200 cities in southern Mexico and northern Central America. So by 250 CE, we're now talking about an advanced civilization with this network of cities, common culture, trading connections, booming commerce. They're doing pretty well by then. The Mayan cities were the first in North America to have large stone buildings, such as this pyramid right here, the pyramid at Chichen Itza. And also they had stadiums. So the people would get together and watch athletic competitions together for both entertainment and with a religious element thrown into it. Now, the Maya themselves, how do they support these cities? Well, they were incredibly skilled farmers who had figured out how to make farming work in, a difficult region of the world. See, the Maya lived in this swampy, mountainous jungle, and swampy mountainous jungles are not typically where you find advanced civilizations at this time of the world. But the Maya were able to find out how to drain the marshes to make, tillable soil, and also to terrace the hillsides. That is, to cut grooves into the hillsides themselves. So now you have flat spaces on which to grow crops. And they were able to produce so much food in this region with such poor topography for farming, that they were able to then trade food for resources. An interesting point of the Mayan civilization is their use of cocoa beans. These beans were dried out and were actually used as a form of currency because they could last and they were desirable. And, you can make chocolate, whatnot out of them. And they become a form of currency because they maintain their value over time. All right, religion, science, and language of the Mayan people. The Mayan gods, according to Mayan belief, were in control of the weather. Weather is a really important aspect of life, especially for agricultural communities. So the priests of that area really focus on the, typo here, sky. Okay, they're watching the sky all the time to try to figure out what the gods who are in control of weather really want. And through their observations of the sky, they're able to notice certain things, patterns and routines. They develop a 365-day calendar. This was something that was very rare, very uncommon in the world in 250 CE. Okay, Europeans didn't have a 365-day calendar. But the Mayans were able to put it together through their observations of the sky. Mayans studied math and were amongst the first to discover zero. Mayan hieroglyphics used pictures to represent sounds, and they were the only Native American group to develop this. The idea of a language where symbols translated into sounds, not just symbols into words, but symbols into sounds. It's a pretty advanced step in linguistics. So why did the Mayans decline? Well, around 900 CE, the Mayan civilization does begin this decline. And by 1500, by the time European explorers are showing up, there's very little left of advanced civilization. The Mayan people were still living in the region, but a lot of the large cities had been abandoned or were lightly populated. The centralization of power was gone. The Mayan civilization had collapsed. The complete reason for this decline is uncertain. There are a bunch of theories out there, but one of the theories with the greatest support is the idea that the climate of the region shifted, and that as it was shifting, the soil was also depleted. Those terraced farms couldn't replenish the soil and couldn't provide the same amount of food over time. And so this shifting climate in combination with soil depletion led to there not being enough food production to support the populations of large cities. And so the Maya went into decline. All right, that's all for today on the Maya. I hope you learned a thing or two about them, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.